Hey, Tauruses, welcome, welcome. Just getting reset up here. Just did Capricorns. So now doing you guys. Hope everybody's doing good. Today, I am doing readings for August 2nd through the 8th. I'm also going to do some astrology and numerology with that mixed in because they are all energies and definitely they all actually coincide with each other. They're all like a hand and glove kind of a thing. No real news. I am filming this on the 27th. So what is today? July 27th. My mother's birthday, who's passed on, is a couple of days. There is nothing really happening other than the outer planets are really changing signs. So if you're feeling a little bit like things are sort of unraveled or not, not really normal, or your energies are sort of like off a little bit, that's just because a lot of planets are really changing, moving signs right now. Huge, huge, huge energies. And the full moon is gone, but we're now in the waning moon. Time to release things of our past. Time to do some spring cleaning emotionally, spiritually, to release things that are no longer needed, no longer serve purpose, no longer around. Energies and emotions of anger, bitterness, that kind of a thing I'm hearing. There's like you're hanging on to stuff that is holding you back. So that was just a download. I don't know who that's for. So let's get started. This is still the new deck that I'm using for the Divine. I have not had time to research the other cards, so I don't want to have to sit here and read from a book for you all the time. I don't really like that. So, but I do want to at least read the first, if I don't know it already, to read the first one for you, and then we'll go from there. This is the Divine's message to you. So if you're going through troubles and struggles, that's a new word, struggles. Struggles and troubles. Or if you're on the fence, you're trying to make a decision, or you're trying to wonder about something. Are they coming back? Oh my gosh, I have a video on that, guys, when you ask me, are they coming back? Definitely that kind of a thing, whatever's going on, what's going to happen with my future, my work, my job, blah, 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 blah. This is the message for you. So, and then we're going to go into current and then future oracles, but that's going to be with a different deck. All right, so let's see what Divine has for you for the 2nd through the 8th for Tauruses, please. Wow, that showed up already once this week. So, but I get it. Definitely. The number 9 is definitely popping up for everybody. 9s are really big in my birth signs. So this means to pay attention, listen up, what's going on, be really mindful. It's a very intense energy. It also means that it's almost a completion for some people. Too many cards. For some people, it's almost to a completion of something. Number 10 is completed. So you're almost ready to finish something. Something's almost ready to be done and over. And you're like, yeah, I hope this crap and this struggle's almost done, right? I hear it. I hear you. But it's all the way that you look at things, by the way. Struggles are there for a reason. Yeah, he's funny. I'll tell you why in a minute. He's so funny today. He's really just got a care. I think he's in a real funny mood today. All right. So again, for those who didn't get to watch last week, I bought a new deck, Oracle deck. It's called the Oracle of the 7 Energies, which is your 7 chakras. And this is a phenomenal deck. This is a beautiful, beautiful, very light energy. If you are a reader, like I have said before, you might want to check on this deck, feel it, touch it, and see if you get the same energies, because it is full of love and light, definitely. So this is the number 9, the power of purpose, which we know we talk about purpose and callings all the time. So, but it says there comes a time when you realize that you are destined for something that is yours and yours alone, right? The catalyst might be an experience with a special person, a path you choose, or something you feel called to. You'll discover it's not necessarily what you thought it would be, and it has nothing to do with what everyone else wants or seems it to be. An uncanny conviction takes hold from somewhere deep and true. You feel a sense of power rising from a true sense of self, accompanied by a need for action and commitment. Explore something or purposeful choice. So right now you're invited to step into a new empowered sense of authentic purpose, bolstered by a healthy dose of self-esteem. I can't talk. I need more coffee. Self-esteem. Okay. You're called to release your old conditioning, your old self. I talk about that a lot. There's no need to be self-conscious or act a certain way to please others, which can sometimes take you in a direction you don't want to go anyway. I talk about all these things a lot. Divine, and that's because Divine has taught me. I've lived earthly way. I've lived the other way when I listen to other people or what they should do or what I should do or how I should go, or maybe this is a good idea or this should go this way, go that way. And it's all just brought me to endless stuff. Whereas Divine, and I finally surrendered, gave up and said, Divine, you take the wheel, and things have gone spiraling up. Okay, so everybody has their own purpose, their own calling. You can actually even have many purposes in a lifetime. Did you know that? Okay, current energy. And the reason why I was chuckling is because what I was talking about, sometimes, we make things harder for ourselves than we really need to be. We have your current energy of burden. And it's also the number 7, which is about your potential and ambition, which is your purpose. Okay. So what that means is you need to find out what it is that is your purpose, your calling, and what you want in life, because it will release your burdens. And I will tell you from firsthand experience, 100% it will release your burdens. Does that mean you will never have burdens? No. But will your burdens be less? Yes. Why? Because your thought process is now in spirit rather than world and earth. And the small stuff I don't sweat. If I cannot take it with me into the second dimension, I don't worry about it. That's why when he talks about absolute truth, absolute love, or just love, compassion, all these things, joy, you can take those emotions with you. You can't take other stuff with you, but you can take love and joy and memories and everything that you can with you. And so I just heard somebody say, well, I believe in reincarnation, so why can't I remember all my past lives? Because there is a reason that you keep evolving into another person to learn new lessons, if that's what you believe in. Your future energy is the stag. It is about pride and leadership, and it's the number 8. This, again, is about your progress and reward. So you have 7, 8, and 9 here. So this is about getting to a progress, getting to some improvement, getting to some harmony in your purpose and your joy. It's going to lift you up. I'll tell you right now. It's going to lift you up. And, when you do that, if you find your purpose and your calling in your work, it's not work anymore because it's your purpose and your calling. It's love. You love to do it. You enjoy doing it. It's a passion to do it. Definitely. People say, well, what kind of leather work do you do? I do all kinds of leather work, but I don't do it for myself anymore as a hobby. Once in a while I will. However, it's my purpose and my calling, not for me, but for others. I do enjoy it. So I do it for others. So that's a purpose. That's a calling. It doesn't end with me. This is the same as Capricorn. Capricorn's reading was very much a lot like this, only Capricorn was about harmony. Like an orchestra, bringing the instruments together and bringing it. They may not sound the greatest by themselves, but together they sound phenomenal. Okay, so purpose is the same thing. All right, so let's see what else Divine has to go for Tauruses today. So Tauruses, you don't have a bull in your sign or in your reading today, but you have a stag. So pride, leadership. A lot of people. Now, if your purpose is management, owning a business, leadership is about delegation. So you have worked your buns off to get to a leadership role, whether it be you are now in a lead position, a supervisor position, or you're the head of a project or head of a department or an entrepreneur, or you're, you know, you're the chief person in that department. Whatever it is, it's about delegating. You have to do some of the work, but in leadership, you're there to teach others to do the job efficiently, effectively, and lifting them up so that they can then grow into leadership. A lot of people don't realize in leadership, they think, oh, I got to do all the work and everything else on top of it. No, in fact, I had a mentor when I was very young, 19, that taught me, no, you let them do the work. But you know what? They need help. Nope, you let them do the work. You let them figure it out. You let them, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it made not only my job easier, because then I could become a teacher, a helper, a confidant to lift them up and say, yes, you can do this. You can make this happen. Yes, you can work a little faster. You've got it in you, and lift them up. Okay. So that is the problem with that, because sometimes pride gets in the way, like I did for me. I have to do the job. I have to do it all. Then I have to do my management. Then I have to do this. Sort of like pride gets in the way. Releasing it. You got to release the pride. It's like when you're single parent, we think, oh, we got to do it all. We got to do it all. In all reality, not necessarily. You're there to teach the children to take some responsibilities, to clean their room, to make sure that they do their part. So you're not in there cleaning their room and doing everything, because then you become an enabler. But pride gets in the way, not only with work, with our home life, with our dating. We have to release that pride. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm laughing because I'm catching the reading as I go. Divine's showing me stuff. All right. First card out, guys. It'll change your life. It will, whatever's going on, happening in your world right now, you're trying to make a decision, things aren't going good, things aren't right, whatever. This burden is just really, really heavy. You have to release it to Divine. You don't have to. I'm just suggesting you release it to Divine, and it's going to change everything, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is about work, which is somebody who's having a problem with work. Somebody's having a problem with their finances. Somebody is having problems maintaining their bills. Somebody's having problems maintaining a car payment. I don't know who that's for, but it's, you don't want to get that car repoed. Had that happen 3 times because of poor choices and decisions way back when. And let me tell you, that begins a ripple effect that you don't want. Your life is a ripple. It ripples out, and it doesn't end with you. It ripples out. And that's why Divine talks to us about our purpose. When you're grouchy at your work and your job, it ripples out. Whether you see it or not, you don't. If you're happy at your work and your purpose and your calling, it ripples out. These energies we carry do not just stay in our little aura. No, they ripple out. Okay? So definitely, this is going to change somebody's world. Definitely somebody is seriously thinking about the future. Okay? And it has to do financially. So maybe for you, you have to look at your purpose and your calling. You're maybe not in the right area. Are you in the right area of where you're supposed to be? Yeah, you'll be like, but I can't change jobs now. I can't do this now. If I do, it's going to be $1 less an hour. Sometimes that $1 less an hour to step back, yeah, you're going to have to now buy out of needs for a little while rather than wants, but you're stepping back to do something that you love and you're in your calling, and it will come and grow, because you know what? Your energies are going to be more pleasant, more high, more up, and so you'll keep moving forward. So research and see what is it that is going to be your purpose and your calling. And the other thing too, it will release burden. If you only knew how much stress does to your body, working in nutrition and fitness and dealing with a lot of professionals in chiropractics and doctors and nurses, and not only that, and working as a personal trainer and a gym manager, you do not know how much stress goes on in your body. And I'll tell you, throughout anything that you do, your work will put the most stress on you in your lifetime. And that's why the divine is saying, focus in on your purpose and your calling, because I want you to release this burden. I'll tell you a quick little story as I go on, because this is about the King of Swords. This is about you. This is about finding out absolute truth for you. Absolute truth for you. And like the purpose, when I read that, it's not about what everybody else is saying or doing. It's what you want, what your purpose, what you're calling, and having the courage and strength to say, dang it, this is where I'm going to go. Release the pride and saying, hey, who gives a crap what anybody else thinks? They're not paying your bills. They're not living your life. They're not in your shoes. They're not in your past. So, and if they are in your past, it may not even have a clue what was going on inside your house. So why do you have to be so prideful? You do it for you, okay? And the thing is, I will tell you now that through experience and wisdom from divine, but as my own life experience, you definitely want to really focus in on what your purpose and your calling is. I don't care if you're in college right now and you think that you're in the right thing, but you're not quite sure, whatever. That's the time to analyze and really look at, is this really where I want to be? Can I imagine myself in this the next 5 years, 10 years, and how about a lifetime? Am I going to be working in a restaurant for the rest of my life? It's good work. It's hard work working in a restaurant. Been there many times and done that. Actually owned a restaurant in Japan. And the thing is that it is very hard work. But is it where your purpose and your calling is? So not saying that that's may not be your purpose and your calling, but you have to have joy and be fulfilled in it. Okay. Again, this tower, something is going to go. Something has to end again. And that is what is going to happen. And somebody needs to be honest with themselves, because they're not. They're following what everybody else is saying, but they're not doing their authentic you. They're not doing their authentic you. Now, this could be you, or it could be somebody coming towards you. It could be a friend of yours. Please share this video if you know somebody in this way, because it has to end, because you cannot sustain this. If you sustain something negative for a lifetime, it creates stress and your body takes the hit. I'll tell you why. Because what happens is, and here's the thing before I go on to the story, this is your challenge card, fighting yourself all the time. You need to stop fighting yourself and really find what your spirit is really there created to do, and listen to that spirit and say, that's where I'm going to go. That's what I'm going to do. Because that fire, I want that little fire in me to just boom into a bonfire. Because I took a job after my business closed. Okay, so I'm in the leather business, but I had to close it in 2016. So I'm like, what am I going to do now? That's my passion. That's my love. Industry changed, economy changed, and I was tired. I said, I'm going to get out of it and I'm going to go work in corporate world. What am I going to do? Didn't know what to do. Didn't feel good about it either. I wasn't listening to divine because I didn't feel good about it either. However, I said, well, I don't know what to do. So let's go work, get a job through a temp agency, because I need X amount to live, kind of money to live an hour. And so I take a job as a purchaser for a company, for a manufacturing company, and it is very stressful. I'm telling you, if you know anybody in the purchasing world or in buying or procurement, administration, it's extremely stressful because you have deadlines, and you've got, this company had 100 employees, and you probably got half of those employees expecting from you the deadlines. And if the equipment isn't there, or the parts aren't there, or the material isn't there, it's on you. And that could be a $50,000 to $100,000, $500,000 project to the company. Very stressful. Okay. What I didn't realize after working there almost 2 years, how much stress it put on me. I was starting to I was like, why am I going all the time? Where is that coming from? Am I getting older? What's going on? What is happening to me? And my body was breaking down. I'm like, what is happening to me? I don't get it. And, you know, my attitude changed. I was not happy. I was sort of miserable and stressed out. So when COVID hit, I was released from the job. I immediately said, thank you, Lord, because I know when he closes one door, another door opens. And boy, I'm not going to go into that story, but it opened a phenomenally beautiful, beautiful door. But the thing is, the story that I'm trying to tell you, I didn't realize how much stress that job put on me. Okay. And I ended up in the hospital for 4 days with heart rhythms and all kinds. They were giving me stuff for heart, issues, thinking maybe I had a heart attack. Something's going on, giving me nitro. I'm in emergency. You can't be released. I'm like, I want to go home. And because COVID hit, I couldn't stay in the hospital that I was in near home. I had to go all the way into a very dangerous area in Portland to that hospital. And I was uncomfortable. I was nervous, but I ended up there for 4 days, had to have an angiogram, had cardiologists looking at me. Do you understand how much stress can do to your body? I thought I was fine. I didn't feel the stress, but my body sure did. And if we don't take care of our bodies, and if we don't take care of our stress loads and our burdens and find solutions, if you don't do it, divine will shut you down and tell you, well, if you're not going to take care of yourself, I am, because I got purpose for you. I got something for you to do. I need you to. This is going to really change your world if you don't wake up and pay attention. And he did for me. He did. And that's when, I think that was towards the end of 2019. And that's when the floodgates came open on my head chakra, my eye chakra, and he was just bulldozing me. He's like, finally, now you're released, your burden's released. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, it's not released to me. I gotta have money. I gotta have da-da-da-da-da. And so then I'm trying to think, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it's like, okay, you wanted me to lose this, then you open all the doors. And then the floodgates open. I had abundance of money. I had abundance of everything because I was listening and being obedient. I took the pride out of what I was doing because it was me making the money, me making everything happen. And even as an empath, sometimes we get caught up in this world. We definitely get caught up in this world. And it's sometimes we all do it. We all do it. But it's really an important message for you guys. Definitely somebody's got a decision to make. Somebody is working on a decision. There is going to be some communication coming in really fast about this. This either is going to be communication or travel about whatever decision you're trying to make. The only way to make your decision is asking divine, is this, and getting confirmation. Do you want me to go this way? I need a sign. I need a confirmation. Do you want me to go this way? I need a sign. I need a confirmation. Pick one first, ask, get a confirmation. If there's no response, then you ask again and you wait. If there is still nothing, that doesn't mean he doesn't want you to go there. It might not be time. Then ask the next direction. Is that the way you want me to go? Give me a sign if you want me that way to go. He will give you direction. I will guarantee it. And it'll be direction. Again, we have the number 9 into what you want and what you desire. I don't make this stuff up, guys. I don't make this stuff up. I can't. I'm not a magician. I don't believe in magicians because, well, I watch magicians and it's very interesting, but it is all illusion. It's not magic. It's not voodoo. It's not all that kind of stuff. Yes, there's some really dark stuff out there, but I don't want to even tap into that energy. Never want to tap into that energy because I would rather stay much more in light. Okay? Much more in light. But this is an energy that is coming towards you. And it's going to come sort of fast. So if you've got something to make a decision or something's coming up to make a decision, this is a big decision. This is a big decision. But you know what? Nothing's permanent. So even if you made the decision and you weren't listening to spirit and it's the wrong decision, it's okay. You go back and you ask and you say, okay, show me my purpose. Because a lot of people don't understand their purpose or what their purpose is. What's your talent? What's your gifts? That's what he's talking about. You're unique. What are you unique in? Maybe you like to write. Maybe you are even a writer and you don't even know it. That kind of a thing. All right. This came in reverse though. So we have the 8, another 8. We've got a couple of 8s here. We got 3 8s. Another thing to pay attention to. This is about your rewards. Again, this is about rewards. So if it came in reverse, it means that somebody doesn't have their ducks in the row. They are working, but they're just all over the place. It's like they don't have a set structure. They don't have set organization to make it happen. So this is where a time where you need to really think about, how am I going to do this? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay. I think this is interesting. So on the bottom of this deck is the number 10, the completion of something coming up really quick, and we have death. So that means that something is really going to come up and change quickly. But it's not quickly for the worst, it's for the better. And everybody thinks, well, I went through all this, but if it's of divine, and if you look at it in the mindset, there is nothing that divine does for bad. He does it all for good, for joy, to bring you to another level, to bring you to through a new lesson, to learn something more about yourself, and learn everything about yourself. And now I remember, I think, was it in this sign I was talking about my ex-husband? Nope, I think it was in the other sign. I was pining over him for 10 years. Big waste of time, because I wasn't paying attention to the lesson that divine was trying to show me. I was so wanting him back, and why did you leave? I married you. If it was 41, I married you. I waited all those years, and I thought I found my soulmate, and I thought I found my twin flame, and blah, 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 blah. But the other thing was, I wasn't paying attention to all the spiritual signs, divine signs that were going on, and I wasn't paying attention to the lesson that the divine was trying to show me. Do I know that now, after 10 years of pining and releasing it and saying, you know what, he's never coming back, and he's not going to be the same person if he did come back anyway, so would I even take him back? But the thing is that I could see all the lessons through that time, that season that he was here, what I should have learned, or what I should have known prior, and why my brokenness and my thought process needed to change. And it wasn't change for him, it was change for me, because I was in this low vibrational area and I was stuck. So divine was like, I'm trying to grow and lift you up. Please listen to my lessons. Please listen to why he left. Please, yes, I know you're hurting and I know you're in pain, but please, I'm trying to show you this for good. Just like when we spank our children. Well, I don't know if people spank anymore, because of, boy, they'll call CDST or whatever. What is that? What is that? Child services protected, whatever. Anyway, we don't do it because we want to harm them. We want to say, don't do this again because it's going to hurt you. That's a lesson. Same with dating the wrong people all the time. It's a lesson. I'm trying to show you not to date this kind of person again, because it's, what, didn't you learn your lesson from before? Yeah. Too many cards. I'm going to change decks and see if there's anything else divine has to say. Wow, you guys. Tauruses. So all in all here, you know, you've got something to release your burdens. Definitely got some beautiful stuff coming your way. This is all about your thought process. This is all about something is going to change. And if you've got a decision, something's coming fast to you guys. Something is coming fast, but you got to get out of your own way. This is where you can argue, and I don't even like to argue. I don't even like to fight, because there's no purpose in it. If you do that, nobody's listening. Nobody's paying attention. And again, it's about me, rather than you know, trying to figure out somebody's perspective and making it a we, again, just like the Capricorns, the harmony, the orchestra, putting two instruments together. Let's meld these two instruments together, you and me, and let's make harmony, beautiful sounds, rather than like, you know, instruments that nobody knows how to play and they're noise. I've got somebody next door that's learning how to play the electric guitar, and it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, whatever. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. You know, yes, this is a process. Again, we have the number 8 all over. It is a process, so pay attention, because you've got the number 8 two times. The number 5 2 times. Okay, and 5 is about instability and challenges. Instability and challenges. Challenge here is 1, you need to get out of your own way, and 2, somebody will get left behind, because as we grow and we go through our processes and we learn what our purpose is, you can't take everybody with you. And there won't be everybody for you. That's why it says we are an individual looking to bring together our purpose. We can't. I've lost a lot of people, not because even that they just went away. It was my choice to have them, and I just gradually just stopped talking to them. And you know, even one person, when I was bodybuilding, I gradually just not called her, because she was very much into going out dancing and drinking and, you know, staying out till 1 or 2 in the morning. And in bodybuilding, I can't do that. I got training to do. I've got discipline. I discipline myself. And the thing was that I had to gradually, you know, stop calling her. She called me one day and she goes, "Why aren't you going out anymore? Why don't you, did I do something wrong?" I'm like, "No, you didn't. But, you know, now that I'm into doing this, I can't do those things, and I choose not to do those things." And she felt very hurt, but she understood, you know. But she would call me again and say, you know, "You want to go out?" And I'm like, "No," because some of those people that want to keep you stuck, because it's more comfortable to bring you down rather than to bring them up. It's much more comfortable to stay in a place that is of comfort than to step out of your box and stop fighting with yourself and go where you're supposed to go in your purpose and your calling. And that will definitely release burdens. It will release things that are heavy on your heart. And it will also release pride. Well, I don't have a lot of pride. Oh, really? So are you very opinionated? That's pride. And that pride is fear. Pride is fear. All right, so let's see. Divine, is there anything else that you want me to share with Tauruses? Oops, did I put these up? I did. I put them upside down. Queen and King of... Wow. This is for your financial future. This is for your career. This is a power team. This is like the top of the top for the financial, your success, your purpose, your calling, to bring in not only finances, but success to whatever that is for you. Success might be health. It might be a family, healthy family. It might be whatever it is for you. That is what it is. However, money is sort of a tool that we have to have, and these two know how to make it. But look at what happened. In order to succeed, and I hate to say this, I have to say this spiritually and earthly, worldly, in order to succeed in this world of your purpose, your calling, your passions, whatever you were built to do, you are not here to lose yourself in someone. I don't know who this is for, but in a relationship, you do not lose yourself at all. If you started something, you keep going on that. If you started a goal, a purpose, something that you want to do for your future, and somebody comes in and they're like, "Well, that's really, really good, but, you know, I want to be with you and we're going to do this." No, that's your purpose, your calling. Okay. And the thing is, as a relationship, you need to come in as a whole person, and you keep on the track of what you're going to do for your goals and your success. That other person comes in with their goals, their success, and whole, and have a job. Don't be sleeping on couches. Have a job, have some income, have some stability, have a job, have some income, have some stability. You come in whole, and then you bring icing on the cake. That is joy to each other. You're not his joy. You're not her joy. You don't complete me. You don't complete me. That's not how it works. And the reason why I'm saying this is you're going to lose somebody along the way. And that person just has to understand you're just trying to grow yourself, better yourself, make your life easier for when you get older. Being a flutterbug when you're young is not going to, I've been there. I watched my friends stick it out, go to school, finish school, and now they're all nurses or doctors. And I traveled the world. I did all different kinds of things. I didn't go to school. I went to school for a year. Then I, went and did all these things while they're getting their houses and everything. They let me go because they were in a different mindset. And that was fine because they're in a different mindset. I was in a different mindset. And now that I'm older, everybody else is stable. They have all the things that they desired and wanted. And I have my purpose and my calling, but I have my spiritual self. Very different journeys. It's okay to let some people go. It's okay. Because when you are more successful, you want to be in like minds. Now, success needs to come from spirit first. I hate to say it. If you start thinking, oh yeah, well, I want to make all this money. I want to do this. I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. That's very earthly. Yes, it's okay to have a lot of money, but it's got to come from here first. Because if I say, I want to make money, I want to make money, it's going to end with that person. I want to make it. I want to make it. I want to make it. For what? For who? Well, I want a house. I want this. I want that. But if you start with a purpose, I want money from my spirit, it doesn't end with you. I want to make all this money so that maybe I can help a charity. Maybe I can help somebody come up. Maybe I can help somebody with their school loans. Maybe I can help. Then that is of spirit. So what is it for you? This is a big reading, guys, because it starts out with the Tower. And it has your future and everything all over it. Please go ahead and back and watch this. This is huge. This is a huge, huge reading for somebody. Please share it. You're very welcome to share it with your friends or who you think that maybe can get something out of this, because it's definitely, you've got a spirit starting mind or you've got an earthly starting mind, and it can end very, very differently. All right. So this is your reading, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been on a little longer reading, but apparently Divine had a message for somebody. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you on the 9th live. Don't forget to place comments. I love the comments. If you have something that's on your heart that you need to share or want to talk about, definitely my email is down below. You're always welcome to email me. This is all free, not charging you anything. This is just what Divine's gift is for me to give to you. So don't forget to walk in absolute love and absolute truth. All right, take care.